Hello everyone, this is ConorGamingzHD bringing you guys some more Battlefield 1, another Battlefield 1 video, and we have new maps which are confirmed. Okay, I'm going to go through them, I'm going to go through the description and the map and everything, so let's get straight into this. So the first one is Ballroom Blitz. So you join the final offensive along the Meuse River in 1918. Here, the fierce fighting in trench lines is quickly replaced by the untouched beauty beyond hell. A massive French chateau, previously home to officers beyond their real lines, is now the scene for a battle with both tanks and flamethrowers. The chandeliers are shaking from the barrage as the American forces push the final railway hub at the edge of this map. So that is Ballroom Blitz. So the next map is Argonne Forest. So the shadowy depths of the Argonne Forest is the scene for some of the most brutal close quarter combat in Battlefield 1. The world inside this forest features devious defensive setups combined with a labyrinth of bunkers and machine gun nests, camouflaged field guns firing at point blank range, stormtroopers clearing out bunkers with gas, and the best use of sharpened spades would determine who owns the depths of this forest. Heroes are forged surviving the intensity of this infantry focused map. So that was Argonne Forest. So let's go on now to the next map. So the next one is Fire Fortress. So join one of the earliest amphibious landings of the Great War as the British Empire struggles to secure the oil on the AI-4 Peninsula. The majestic Ottoman fortress of fire guards the entrance and is not falling uncontested. Here you will fight through marshlands and dunes, over bridges and shallow coves. The assault finally enters the ancient fortress itself. The quest for oil begins here. The dreadnought needs to feed. So let's get on to the next map, which is Suez, a struggle for the most vital supply line of World War I. Even though it was considered impossible, the Ottomans crossed the desert of Sinai and threatened the canal. Join the fight by the banks of the Grand Canal and make tactical use of the dunes. Fight through shallow defensives with the field guns or mortars, through the outskirts of Kantara and into the deep desert beyond. So that was Suez. Let's go on to the next Battlefield 1 map. So the next one is the Saint Quentin Scar. So a massive attack on the scarred battlefields of the northern France. As part of the Kaiser's battle, the German army throws everything they have to try and break through the British lines. So you can be the first soldier to break through the fortified lines and assault the pristine village of Travesey, untouched by the war until now. So that was the St. Quentin Scar. So the next map is Sinai Desert. So if you don't know what this map is, it's the map that was available in the open beta if you downloaded it and had a go. It was the only map you could play in the open beta, so you should know what this map is. So you can engage in all-out war in Sinai Desert, a scorching hot battlefield located just east of El Jiffa, from infantry skirmishes in the narrow streets of the village of Bir El Meza to dogfights above the majestic cliffs. You need to make tactical use of the dunes as you engage in explosive battles. When all hope is lost, reinforcements will arrive in the shape of a powerful behemoth, a deadly armoured train charging through the desert sands. So that was that one. So the next map is Amiens, a destructive clash in a majestic city. Fight on the streets and squares in the French city of Amiens during the German Spring Offensive, a struggle in crumbling alleys and courthouse, around bridges and railways where the British and the Germans desperately seek to control the depths of the city. So that was that one. Now Now the next one is Monte Grappa. So you take part in one of the final battles among the peaks of kings in the veteran Alps. High above the clouds, a desperate fight for control of mountain forts are challenging. Even the toughest soldiers utilize the massive fort cannons to stop advancing enemies as they scale the mountainside. Up here, in this furious struggle, the Austro-Hungarian Empire holds the upper hand, but the Italian army won't stop until they've taken back what's theirs. So, Empire's Edge. So, alongside the Adriatic coast, a fierce struggle for the land and life is taking place. A rugged but fortified shore becomes the battlefield for an empire under siege. What was once a beautiful Mediterranean village by the coast is now transformed by mechanized war, where waves and dreadnought battleships pound the remains of Italy's Great War. So, now we're on to the final map we know, which is, it won't be available at launch. This map, it's free in December, and it's called Giant Shadow. So you can prepare to take part in the Battle of Deceli in the cold autumn of 1918. Here the fighting moves out of the trenches and into the open country, where a massive crashed airship casts its shadows onto the battlefield. The British forces have broken through the Hindenburg line and are now in pursuit towards an important railway centre. Fierce infantry and tank engagements ensure on the open ground and riverbanks alongside the Katyn Whizzingly Railway, where an armoured train can still turn the tide. Giant Shadow will be coming into Battlefield 1 as part of the free updates in December. So that's all the maps we know so far of Battlefield 1. For more, subscribe, smash like for more Battlefield 1 videos, and see you guys on the battlefield.